Hey, what's up? It's Casey Abrams, aka caseybassy, and Dylan Chambers is on the IDOLS podcast this week. Thanks for tuning in each week. It's been really fun. Dylan Chambers tried out for American Idol, so I was like, "Hey, come and talk about your experience." I wanted to hear about it, but this is mostly about LA, meeting really cool people, and him kind of hanging out with the American Idol crowd. A lot of our friends are in the reality show TV kind of vibe. Like Mark Ballas is one of his close friends, and we both love Haley Reinhart. Haley and I have had him in our band before, and now we've just toured together, Dylan and I, and he just opened up for Lawrence and opened up for John Oates, and it's just killing it. We go on the Dave Koz cruise pretty much every year. We love Dave Koz together, so we just share a lot of vibes here in LA. We talk a lot about music and hang out with really cool people. All right, check it out. Much love.
Hi, this is Dylan. This is Casey Abrams. That's Dylan Chambers. Mm-hmm. We're gonna jam on a song.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let me just tune really quick.
Oh yeah, sure.
Have a G.
G. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a little sharp, I think. You're really sharp. It's you gotta. It's a G. It's a G, Casey. You played a G. No. It's a G. No. It's a G. It's a G. You know, I'm doing this as a favor. I have other things I have to do today. Casey, come on, man. Oh! It's a G! It's a G! It's a G! Just hit the G!
Definitely.
Cool.
I think that's recording both.
Great.
Scoodly boo. Scoodly tiddly piddly blah. Say something.
Hi. Hello.
That's good. And you don't have to wear the headphones if you don't want. No pressure, but...
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Hey, you were on American Idol, right?
Hey, no, I wasn't.
You were kind of on it, though.
Not even close.
Okay. Off to a good start. No,
Yeah.
Wait, you tried out for it.
Yeah, years ago. I think I was in high school, and I remember they were doing those open call auditions, and I went to, I think it's called AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was that?
1934, I think.
Okay.
I'm very old.
Yeah. Okay. You got an old soul.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
That's an LA thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everyone's an old soul here. You're an old soul.
I'm empathetic, man. All right. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I did try out when I was in high school, and I sang "I'm Yours" a cappella, and didn't make it past the first round.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like really upset about it at the time. Well, not like I was just like crushed. Like I thought, you know, when you're young and your world is very small, and you just think every opportunity, if you don't like win or you don't pass an audition, or even if it's like musical theater or something, it's just like soul crushing. Yeah, I was a little crushed, but
Did you? I was a little bit lucky because I made it through, and even if I tried out for musicals,
yeah.
There was like times where I didn't get the lead, but I'd get like the drunk man on the corner, so I would feel good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one time where I missed out on a musical actually because of my grades, yeah, it crushed me. So
Yeah.
But I think again, like I think certain parts of me, because right after Idol, I thought like I was invincible, and I was like,
Sure.
I'm gonna rent this house for this X amount of money, and it was just way too much. But I didn't have that. I think I had the soul-crushing moments after Idol. So I think you had it before, and it made you a little bit more resilient. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. And honestly, looking back, I'm really grateful for the path that I've been on. I don't know if that was for me. I think I loved watching American Idol. I watched you, and I voted for you.
Thanks, man.
And now I know you. What the hell? Oh my god! I'm in your apartment.
You won the golden ticket.
I did. But yeah, I loved watching those shows. And it was really fun. It was something to do with my family. And yeah, I just think yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really knew what I wanted to do with music. So I think any opportunity that presented itself that felt like potentially a good match, I was trying to do. In a way, getting turned down from American Idol, like, yeah, it really did. It helped me figure out more of what I wanted to do.
Yeah, because you're hanging out with, I mean, I feel like there's times where I'm doing shows and there's, sir?
I'm sorry.
Sir?
I'm really angry at this microphone. I don't like it.
We can do that later.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's always these shows where it's like me and Haley Reinhart and sometimes like Blake Lewis and all these people.
Yeah.
And it's always like American Idol type people and you. And like, and but we feel like you're like an honorary American Idol alumni, you know?
That's funny. Yeah, well, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
It is interesting. I do look back and I have had like I almost feel like, yeah, there's like an American Idol world and a postmodern jukebox world and all this. And I've kind of been like on the side road along with you guys and stuff, but I've never really been involved in that way. Mm-hmm. But I will say American Idol has played a big part in my life because I moved out here with a former American Idol contestant who that's how I got to LA.
Todrick?
Yeah, Todrick Hall.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so what, because he's a Texas guy.
He is, yeah.
So how'd you meet him?
So this is really wild. So I was in show choir in high school with Scott Hoying from Pentatonics, and our mutual friend. Mm-hmm. And Scott knew Todrick from something around there.
Wow.
And Todrick came to a show choir rehearsal one time. And because him and Scott were friends, and I think he just like invited him, and our teacher said that was totally cool. And Todrick had already like had some things going on already
before Idol, or
I believe so. Like, I mean, he was just like making videos on YouTube, and he's like a very vivacious personality, and people were drawn to him. And so I met him at a show choir rehearsal at my high school through Scott. And then I remember, I think he was about to go be on Broadway or something. And I had asked him later if I could talk to him and just pick his brain about like show business. And I said, look, you seem like you are doing something. I'm about to graduate high school. Like, can you just give me some pointers on like how to make music my life? And he was like, well, I'm about to move to LA and I need a roommate. So if you are interested, you could be my roommate. And my whole life changed. I was going to go to the Berklee College of Music, where I got accepted. And then that didn't work out. And I was working at Subway sandwiches in Arlington. And I was like sad. All my friends went to college and a lot of my friends went to music college. And I was like, I just feel, I can't believe I'm still here in Arlington, Texas. Like, I just didn't think that's where my life at that time would start to go.
Wow. How long was Subway for? How long did you do that for?
Like a year or two. And I was also, going to community college out there, or I was skipping school a lot. I was just like, I wanted to play music, and so I would just stay home and play
You're
guitar.
Kind of a rebel then.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, then so I ended up moving with Todrick, and we were roommates for a year.
I forgot about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
for a year?
For a year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I met a lot of American Idol people at first.
Wow.
Because I remember he asked me to like be a performer at his birthday party in LA, like right when we got there.
Like an acoustic set or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I met on that bill, it was Tori Kelly, Katie Stevens, who else was it? I think I met Blake Lewis the night I got to LA. I met Elliot Yamin there. I met Shoshana Bean that night. It was crazy, like right immediately.
Where was this?
This was, I think it was at a place called Hamburger Mary's. It's in West Hollywood. That feels like I made that up, but I think that is an actual.
Are you just saying things?
I am.
Okay.
I've made all this up, actually. I'm going to leave.
Okay, thank you for these your fake stories.
Yeah.
Hamburger Mary's? You think it still exists?
I think so. I think
Damn,
that's what it's
okay.
called. It's on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Okay, jeez,
Yeah.
that's insane. So you met all these people in the first night that you were in LA?
I believe so. That some of them first night, some of them first week because of Todrick. They all knew Todrick.
Did you ever go to the American Idol show, or to just be an audience member?
No, I didn't. Some other shows, but not.
What about so Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing with the Stars? Yes.
And that was how did you meet Mark Ballas?
So yeah, that's crazy too. I was playing this singer-songwriter night that would happen in Los Angeles. At first, it was at a place that I don't think is there anymore, called The Parlor. It was on Melrose.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember The Parlor?
I played a couple shows there. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, I started playing at that. I was mostly playing guitar for people, and then I started singing as well, and I got my own slot, and then it moved to a place in West Hollywood, and Mark was on the bill one of the nights that I also played. And yeah, we like kind of hit it off. He ended up calling me to jam one time. He got my number through like an ex-girlfriend of his or somebody. And yeah, and so that's how our relationship started, just from being on the same bill.
And then so you would go to see him on the show, or did you was your first time actually going to Dancing with the Stars, was it performing on there? You did perform on there, am I crazy?
No, I did with
Okay.
him, yeah.
Wow.
I think twice. Yeah, I believe so. But we just started hanging out and jamming. I didn't know Dancing with the Stars. I didn't know that he was a dancer. I didn't know too much about him. The way I was introduced to him was him being a singer-songwriter with a guitar, because that's how I'd see him a lot in LA, being on these bills together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just started hanging out and jamming a lot. And then we went on the road together. We played some shows on the East Coast at first.
Just him, or with the Dancing with the Stars guys?
No, it was just me and him at
cool.
first.
Wow.
And yeah, played some cool shows with him. And then, yeah, then I can't remember the timeline, but I had definitely gone to Dancing with the Stars and hung out with him in his trailer, and that opened up another world, because then I was always there with him,
Wow.
I mean,
seeing all the celebrities and all that stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he became like a brother to me, and we've had a very long friendship at this point.
Dude, yeah, it's great. He loves you, and I always think about the fact that he loves you so much that he threw you that surprise bachelor party.
Oh man,
That was amazing. I'll put the footage in.
Baby, take my hand, let's keep on dancing. Let's keep on dancing. Let's keep on dancing.
But
Yeah.
that was great, man.
That was-
He really he like went full-fledged into that to make sure
I know.
you had a good time.
I know. I love him a lot,
Yeah.
and yeah, we've had a lot of good times together, and I'm so appreciative for him. I mean, when I look back on like first moving to LA, I sometimes think back, and I'm just like, I don't know how these things happened. I just feel like immediately just a lot started happening in my life, and I was 18. So
Oh, dang.
yeah,
Okay.
I moved when I was 18, and I just started
Wow.
meeting all these people and falling into these circles, and I'm really grateful for it. I mean, it was scary too, like I had imposter syndrome. I'm just like, I'm a guy from Texas that just brought my guitar here. Like I didn't have any experience in the industry. I just wanted to make my life into something.
Yeah.
And then I was surrounded by people who were rich, famous, had a lot going on. It was very intimidating. you
Yeah,
know?
but it's good to surround yourself with people that are organized and love what they do, and that's a lot about LA. And
Yeah.
you're doing that, and if you have talent, it's nothing without being organized. And I think that's what's really great about you, is that you know what you want. I'm going to put this song out. it's about consistency. I think you're very consistent.
Thank you.
So yeah, so you need to be doing that, and I think that's that a lot of people will move here and be like, okay, well maybe I'll put out a single. Why am I not famous yet?
Yeah.
And then you're just constantly going for it, and I think that you're for me at least, I think you're the same. It's like we're put on this earth to make music. Like for me at least, that's all I can do.
Sure.
And I think that I think you could do more actually if you put your mind to it. But I think you're put on earth to sing to people and
Thanks.
to play music. Yeah. So when you got to LA and you started doing all this stuff, like what was the peak moment? Like I feel like there was a couple times that I can think of last year that I felt like was the almost like the peak. Not that there's going to be more peaks, but like what was the biggest thing last year? Like a couple. I'm thinking of two things that are huge.
Okay.
Can you guess?
Yeah.
This is the quiz portion.
Okay. Let me see. Well, okay. Last year, I went on the road opening for Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And
that was awesome.
Yeah, I was in Germany and the Netherlands, and that was an incredible experience.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm trying to guess what was the other. What's the thing you're thinking? Can you tell me what you're thinking of?
Yes,
because
John.
Of course.
John Oates.
Yes. I also opened for John Oates at the Troubadour here in Los Angeles. And I want to say too, just to backtrack, to acknowledge this, like you and I have known each other for a pretty long time at this point.
True, yeah.
And
Room 5,
I think so.
2011 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah. So what I really appreciate is that we've both seen each other now through lots of things in the years that we've known each other. And I mean, I'll just say it. I love you a lot.
I love you
consider
too, man.
you like one of my best friends out here.
Yeah.
And
thanks, man.
And we've had some great experiences together. And so it's like actually cool to really sit down and like almost like dissect some of the I don't know if we've ever really done this.
No.
We've
for sure.
played a lot together and we have fun together and we laugh a lot, but like sitting down to just have a conversation about life, like we've probably done it in spurts, but actually this is a little mind blowing to me that I'm like, wow, like I'm sharing things with you that you didn't know about me that like even though we've known each other for so long, it's cool. I just had that thought.
It is. It's very meta, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first time we met was I think we were talking about is like crustacean. Crustacean. Or something with Haley.
Right. Yeah.
I was playing with Haley.
So
you were
crazy.
playing with Mark. Maybe you're doing your own set, but we were.
Yeah, I think we were doing maybe both.
Yeah, and then I think maybe BC was in the mix at that point. Maybe maybe she was just hanging out with Mark at the time.
What a wild time.
That's pretty crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking too. You mentioned Haley. Do you know how Haley and I met?
No.
So this was pretty crazy too. And again, this all happened like within maybe the first year and a half of being in LA. Mark told me, he was like, hey man, come over. I'm working with a singer because I'm backing her at a show coming up. And I think we were going to hang that day anyway. So I'm
just realizing, can you reach your water if you wanted to? No
Thank
pressure.
you.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
I wanted it so bad, but I didn't want to No, I'm kidding.
I don't even know if that's still too. Can you? Okay, good. All right. Okay, sorry.
No, you're okay.
So Mark was saying that he needed someone else to.
No. Well, he was backing Haley. I didn't know that he was rehearsing with Haley. I hadn't met Haley yet, but of course I watched y'all's season, so I knew who she was.
Okay.
Mark was just like, just come over. I'm just wrapping up a rehearsal with my friend. I'm backing her at a show.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Just a friend hang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went into Mark's place, and I had my guitar with me because we were probably just going to jam anyway. I would always bring my guitar over to Mark's. And I walked in, and he was rehearsing with Haley, and I knew who that was immediately. And she was like, hey, how are you? And we were just like, just chit-chatting. And then they were jamming. And if I can remember correctly, she was just like, oh, you play guitar? You want to jam? And then I think we both started jamming. And then I ended up backing her with Mark and I think it was at Crustacean.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's I could have sworn that's where I met you.
Yeah.
Too. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was the first picture I think we have of each other is us,
Yeah.
you, me, BC, Mark, and Haley.
Yeah.
And right outside of Crustacean.
yeah. I even remember what I was wearing in that picture.
Were you wearing a hat?
Not yet. I didn't enter into my hat phase until a couple of years later. But no, I think I was wearing like a black and white, button-down checkered shirt that I got at Gap in the mall in Arlington with a leather jacket. I think I always because I remember wearing that a lot because I thought I looked really cool in that, and I didn't have too much cool clothes or anything. So I was just like, I'll just wear this a lot. So I feel like I wore that in that picture because I remember that picture. I have like weird memories for like certain things, and then I can't remember really important things.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at times. I'm bad at dates. I actually looked it up. I think I have about it's either 100,000 or 200,000 photos and videos on my iCloud. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll make sure. But but I always I take so many photos.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I have the iCloud. But I never know. I was like, oh yeah, I was in Germany once, and then I'll go and I'll type in Germany on my iPhone, and I'll make sure that I was there, and it'll tell me when it was. But I just never. I'm really bad at times. I don't know.
Well, I think that makes sense given how much you've traveled in your life so far and how many things you've had going on. That can happen. I'm kind of getting to a point as well where I'm like, I don't remember what year that was when I did. I think that could also just be like when your life just gets wider and simultaneously you get older. Like, how can you remember all of it? It tends to blend together.
And it's fun that you're I feel like you are getting to that point because I think it's so funny. I have a couple of acquaintances that have expressed they're like, oh man, I would do that, but I wasn't on American Idol or something like that. And I feel like that attitude is always gonna like not further them. And I think you're the complete opposite of that. So it's like, I feel like very blessed that I had that show because during American Idol, I had that feeling. I think it's a good thing. I remember one of the management reps pulled us aside and was like, I just talked to Adam Lambert. He doesn't know where he is anytime. He's touring with Queen. He has no idea where he is. Sure. But that's a good thing. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a good thing to think about. And that's how I felt on the American Idol tour, the Postmodern Jukebox tour, even the Dave Koz tour that we just did, and even the cruises that we do. Yeah. But we in a sense we had it easy because here we are, we go on a show, even if you don't win, when you get 6th place, and then you still, people know who you are. Yeah, right. And it's even harder these days because you don't have a TV show. You have a TV show on streaming, so it's hard. So you really have to really work hard. I think it's almost like you have to work harder, I feel. So that's I feel like that's what you're doing. I saw that did you work with Herb Alpert?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, like this kind of ties back into American Idol adjacent because of Haley. So, Haley. So I toured with Haley in 2016, I believe it was. I played guitar and sang in her band for the What's That Sound tour, and you guessed it on some of those shows because you lifted me in the air at the El Rey. And one of my favorite memories from being on stage ever.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but so anyway, around that time, again, we're both talking about, I don't know what year was what, but I think it was around that time.
Yeah.
Haley had a gig booked. I say it like it's a little thing. Had a gig booked to open for Steven Tyler. It was just a little gig, just down the street. And it was for Steven Tyler's, solo country project that he did for a minute. And she was set to open, for him and that project in Naperville, near Chicago, I believe.
Yeah, Illinois. Okay.
Illinois for Rib Fest. That's what it was called. And so I played that with her. But our usual drummer and bass player at the time were subbing out, or they weren't there for some reason. And so we had two different people. And the drummer, whose name was Mike Shapiro, who since passed away, rest in peace, Mike.
Yeah.
He worked with Herb for many years. And I remember feeling like Mike didn't like me. I just got this vibe, like,
got
who's
that
this
vibe.
kid, like, play, like, I don't know. I just felt a little like, okay, we're just not going to gel. We don't have to, but I just feel like I don't know what's going on here. There's a disconnect.
Yeah.
So anyway, we do that gig. And it was my first time playing for, it was like 50,000 people. And
Damn.
that was a huge show. And I remember feeling so like, I can't believe this. And anyway, I get back home. I get a call from Mike out of nowhere. And he was like, hey, you want to meet for coffee? And I said, sure. And we're sitting down, and he was like, that was a great show. It was great to meet you. Just a very different vibe. And then he said, I work with Herb Alpert, and I have this song I'm working on with him, and we've tried a lot of guitar players on it, and it's just not hitting what I'm going for. And he was like, after we played together, I wanted to see if you might be interested in trying it. So I went over to the studio that Andre De Santana, bass player, who had played with Haley at that gig, that his studio there. I got together with Mike. It was for Herb's song. I never met Herb. Even to this day, I never met Herb.
Oh,
but I
okay.
ended up, this is my process. I was very nervous. I was walking into the session going, I'm not a jazz player. I've said that to myself a lot. Why am I in all these situations where like I have to play some jazz or there's some jazzy thing? And I've always been intimidated by that because I didn't go to music school and I didn't grow up on jazz like you and a lot of our peers. So anyway, I was like, I'm not going to nail this. I'm just not. And then I walked in, they pressed play. I did what I felt was right. And then they were like, great. And I never heard anything. And then the song came out and I got credit. And Herb actually took the melody that I played on my guitar and made it the main hook, and he plays it on the trumpet. And then they kept the rest of my guitar in, and it was a single. So
Dang.
yeah, that was really, really something. One of those moments where I'm just like, I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Wow, that's insane. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
excited to listen to that.
Yeah,
that's,
for sure.
That's great. And then you've worked with it was funny. I was driving to Gelson's. XM. I just got XM in my car. I'm
okay.
sharing it with my mom. I'm very
Nice.
happy, and I
Love
listen
it.
to Beatles all the time.
Yeah, when we were on the road, we were listening to that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super fun. I love that Hunter was like, "Can we change the Beatles?"
There's only so much Beatles she could take, but I can never get enough.
I can
Beatles.
never. Yeah. Oh, hey, that sounds familiar.
I do.
I can never get enough.
Yes, I have a song called "I Can Never."
But I was driving to Gelson's, and just happened that Peter Asher was doing his thing, and Leland Sklar,
Sklar,
was
S-K-L-A-R.
yeah. Okay, he was on the radio. They were talking, and they're like, "Call in," and so I called in, and
What?
I got to like talk to them. I'd met them before. I'd mentioned it. I never want to be like a super fan, but I also don't want to brag. But I was like,
Yeah.
hey, we had opened up for them when he was playing with Toto.
When Lee was playing with Toto, right? Is that what you're saying? Lee Sklar?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so we got a picture of us flipping off the camera. I think I don't know if it made it to his flipping off book. I'm sure you've done that too.
I'm in the flipping off book.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to look that. Yeah. So anyway, we talked and we had a good time, and
Uh-huh.
it was just it was amazing. I asked him about jazz and upright
Yeah.
basses, but how did you get to meet him?
Well, first of all, that's really cool. Lee is amazing, and anytime another musician that I know respects people like that get to meet him or just meet anyone of that world, I'm always very happy to hear that because
Yeah.
I think it connects generations, and we all, our peer group, we respect older musicians that came way before us, and I love that about all of us. It's not a gimmick. We genuinely care. Like I'm more starstruck to meet someone like Lee Sklar than most big pop stars today. And so when I met Lee years ago, I did kind of have to compose myself because I watched YouTube videos of him playing with James Taylor and Carole King in my bedroom in Arlington, just going like, these people are so amazing. It felt like a magical place somewhere far away that they existed in, which was like the 70s.
That's amazing that you got to work with them. What exactly did you do?
So yeah, I had started writing some songs with a songwriter sort of that era named Steve Dorff, and he wrote yeah, great name.
I didn't say anything. Okay.
He wrote Through the Years for Kenny Loggins. He wrote I Just Fall in Love Again for Anne Murray. Lots of big like classic hits from back in the day. And his son is Stephen Dorff Jr., the actor who's in a lot of things. Anyway, Steve and I started working together, and then he was like, what would be great is if we got Lee Sklar to come over and play on this song. And I was like, yeah, that would be great. He's like, all right, I'll call him and see if we can get a session going. And then a couple weeks later, I went over to a studio and I tracked this song with Lee. And then while we were there, Steve was like, Dylan, play Lee some of your music.
Oh.
And I was like, all right. And I have an unreleased song. You've probably heard it a lot. It's called Ball and Chain. It's like a lot of fast guitar playing stuff. And I played that, and he was like, let's cut that. Lee was like, well, let's. And so then I have a take of that song. It's like a demo where Lee is playing bass on that song. And that was the first day that I met him, and I was in heaven. And then we go out in the alleyway, and we took some flipping off pictures. And then years later, I get a book in the mail, and it's that coffee table book, and he signed it and had a note that said like page whatever. And I opened it, and I'm in there flipping the camera off, and also I think on the same page there's a younger Dave Koz flipping which
What?
And I hadn't even known Dave yet either. So
Whoa.
very crazy.
Wow.
But yeah,
Your life is just zigging and zagging all over into some amazing places.
There's been a lot of zigging and zagging.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave is the man. Speaking of generational things, the fact that it was me and Haley and Kayla Waters on a bus with Jonathan Butler and Dave Koz, that was... I feel like we all got something from each other. It was just like super incredible to be, and I love. Dave is the man. He's always looking out for us.
Yes, and you were great in that tour, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
I was there. I saw you after, but it was so great. It was so cool, especially again after years of knowing you and Haley and jamming, to see you both up there together, also performing with Dave and in this world, and what you brought to it was so you, and I loved that.
Thanks, man.
Just like you are, and I feel this way about Prince, and I feel this way about you. The thing that I admire most about a lot of artists is when they are unapologetically themselves, and you have always been, and I think that's why people are drawn to you.
Thanks, man.
As well. I mean, for so many reasons, but that's one thing. You are consistently yourself. That can be goofy, serious, jazzy, funky, blues, everything. You bring everything of who you are into all situations. And especially in LA, people are reserved. People don't reveal themselves, or they feel like I have to act a certain way to be accepted. You are just you are the most you out of anyone I think I know out here, and
Thanks.
I mean that as a complete compliment.
I really appreciate that, man. No,
yeah.
thanks. Yeah, I love jamming with you for that. I think that you can handle that, and you do the same thing.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah,
I'm bummed we don't get to do the my birthday show, but
yeah.
next year.
Next year we will.
Yeah, but there's some fun things, but I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then who are you more starstruck? Sorry to keep
no, please. Yeah.
Leland Sklar. Or Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, well, to be honest, it was Lee Sklar, because I didn't know who Sabrina Carpenter was when I backed her.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
she was just coming up when you backed her up.
Well, Yeah. Do you want to hear that
Yes, I
story? That one's pretty crazy. So after I finished the Dancing with the Stars tour, where I was playing guitar and singing on with Mark, the company that put the tour on, or at least someone over there, got in touch with me after the Dancing with the Stars tour and said, "Hey, are you free on whatever date to back an artist at the Radio Disney Music Awards?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Wow, sure. Who is it?" And they said, "It's a girl." I think it was their client at the time. They said, "It's a girl named Sabrina Carpenter."
And you didn't know her?
No, I mean, again, I didn't grow up watching like the Disney Channel, and she's a lot younger than I am. And so I don't even know how old she was, 13, 15,
Oh my gosh.
something like that at the time. But I think what she was known for was she was on the show Girl Meets World, which is the Boy Meets World spinoff. Again, I'm a little older. I didn't watch that because it was going on at that time. This was in, I think, 2016 or something.
Okay.
But she was like, she had a music career, but I don't know. It wasn't like it is now.
Right.
So yeah, I got to the arena and we had a couple camera blocking rehearsals. I remember that. And I met her there. And I remember I was like, okay, this girl is, she's a lot younger, but we just like started laughing a lot together. There are certain people, you and I have that, where like, I don't know, it just clicks and we start laughing. Sabrina and I were like that a little bit. And I just, I remember how fun she was and how sweet. And yeah, we were just laughing a lot. And then, I ended up playing the Radio Disney Awards with her. It was a medley of two of her songs. It was called Eyes Wide Open and then See the Stars. I think that's what the songs were called. And then, from there, I got a call saying Sabrina would like for you to be in her music video that we're shooting in a couple weeks for the song Eyes Wide Open. So I got to be in that too.
You're in it?
I'm in it. I'm playing the guitar. I'm in her band in that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then like we kept in touch a tiny bit afterwards, like through Twitter. We would like DM and I was like, "Hey, I'm at Disney World. I saw you were there." And she's like, "Oh, I just missed you. Would have loved it." Like, but I haven't talked to her in years and I'm so happy for her success. I love her brand new music. And she was a star then. I remember that. She was just, and she talk about consistency. Like, she's been doing this for so long. She's not an overnight success. She just blew up recently, but she has been working very hard for so long.
Right.
And that was a cool little thing that just happened.
Yeah, I love her music.
Yeah.
I love her vibe. Yeah, she just handles herself so well. That's really cool that you got to be a part of that.
Yeah, it was so cool, and I'm very grateful to just have had a tiny little moment just to be around that for a second. Very cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I got a couple more things.
Yeah.
Tell me about Toby Gad.
Okay, great. Totally.
Please. So wait, I remember the story. We had talked about it, but from what I remember, you had a session with him, and what? Is he delicate around the studio? What happened? I forget.
Okay, so there was an artist that he was working with, I believe at the time, who I don't even remember how we met. Maybe at the Hotel Cafe. This artist, and we did some shows together, and I think he came and saw a show, and then we met. And then this artist said, "Let's go to Toby's studio." Or Toby wanted to meet with both. I don't remember. This was so long ago.
Okay.
But anyway, I ended up at Toby's studio. I had just got off my shift at Starbucks.
Whoa.
And I like changed in the car, pulled up to this like very nice house. And was like, wow, like I didn't know too much about Toby. I knew that he was a songwriter and stuff, and I knew he had large credits. And so anyway, me and this artist named Chelsea that he was working with, we go in there, we're jamming. I think he was like he like wanted us to be either like a duo or like, I don't know. He wanted me to be more involved in this project somehow. And so we were like jamming, and he asked me if I wanted any water. And I said, yeah, sure. And from my recollection, I feel like this is true. This is exactly what happened. He came and he brought water like that, and he set it down on the floor next to my foot while I was jamming. And so then when I got up, I mean, I had a lot of adrenaline going on. I got up and I forgot it was there, I guess, and I like kicked it. Like I stood up, and in that moment I kicked it, and it I think it just like fell over. But what it feels like, even to this day, based off of Toby's reaction about the water spilling, like he literally goes like, no! Like he like did, because we're in the studio and I know there's like equipment. I just remember that. And it, I mean, the way he reacted was like it shot across the room and just started like a Diet Coke can that just sprayed on all of his equipment and the wall. Like, and I was like so embarrassed. Like I wanted to die. That's how embarrassed. Like I just wanted to evaporate. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And that's all I can remember about it, but I just remember like I really screwed this, like this, whatever this is done, and I don't even know if he remembers that. He's probably gonna watch this, but
or remind him,
definitely
that
just
you
send
owe
it to
him like $6,000.
Yeah, I think it just fell on the floor. Like it was just the reaction, though. It made me feel like I can't believe I did. I felt so stupid and like a child. I don't know, but anyway.
I'm sure he'll remember you, and he'll think good thoughts.
Well, we've run into each other now a handful of times, and then like I think it was a couple years ago, he like followed me on Instagram out of nowhere, and obviously, I mean, he knows like we're friends, and he's just another guy. I've just
it's the Midas Man thing.
Right when he went to go talk to Jay Leno instead of talking to me. He left that conversation, which rightly so, but we were like, I hadn't seen him, and that's always on my mind when I see him. Like all the thing about the water. Yeah. So, and then I'm like, oh, we're like talking again. I'm hitting it off, and then he was like, "Excuse me, I see Jay Leno over there." He's like, "Oh, hold on, I'll be right back." And then he just like went out, and I was like, "All right." But like, I think we're fine. I just started off a little weird.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's a unique character, but yeah, I love him, and he's definitely a go-getter. He's like, what's the next thing I can do? He like made documentaries about like primates in Africa, I think. Like he's always like, what's the next thing? Sky surfing. What is it called? Sky surfing, where you're surfing in the sky.
Like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he's the Silver Surfer. Oh, he's a superhero. I forgot to say it. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I never made that connection.
Yeah,
now.
He looks like he's got that tall, thin.
Totally looks
when sometimes he's silver on stage.
Yeah. Right.
What? Okay. All right. Last couple questions.
Okay.
Who is the nicest celebrity that you've ever met?
Dave Koz.
Yes.
I would say.
Agree. Yeah.
I mean, well, not only for just being a nice guy, but like also like showing up consistently for me and the people like who are in his life. Like, I mean, you were there. He married my wife and I. Like, what an act of service. Yeah. You know what I mean? What a nice thing to do for somebody.
He shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge.
He really shows up, and I love him, and he's changed my life. He kind of made me a world traveler. You know, one of the first people to just go like, let's go to Venice. Let's on this cruise. I want to invite, like, yeah, he's one of the kindest, most loving people. And I never stop learning from him in the best way. Always what to do, not what not to do.
Yeah.
He's
beautiful.
A perfect example for that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And what's the nicest compliment someone has ever given you? What do you remember? And maybe you use this as a mantra.
Don't
be shy.
Oof. I'm a little weird with compliments sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, this is meant to, you have to.
This feels really weird to say. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't know how I feel about this, but just because we're talking about Lee Sklar, Lee and Toto, So I met Steve Lukather because of Lee. I went backstage with Steve Dorff. We went to the Toto concert at the Greek, where it was them and Michael McDonald. And Lee introduced me to Steve Lukather by saying, "This is the future of music." And it just, I mean, like, I remember at the time I didn't know what to feel. Now, as I'm saying that out loud, I think he was saying this is someone who's among the people, and there are a lot of them, and I feel like you are also that's just carrying the torch forward. But at first I took it like he was saying, like, he's gonna be the biggest or something, and I'm weird with that. Like, I don't think of myself in that. I just try to make art, try to make the best music possible, and want to have an adventurous life. And so, but that meant so much to me, and it still does. Whatever he was saying there, it made my soul light up. It made me feel really nice, and I think I'm still just trying to digest whatever that meant. But it was a very nice thing to say.
It can mean a lot of things, but yeah, I think that is yeah. You are carrying the torch, and you're getting. I interpret it as, you know, I literally think about you opening up for the Lawrence thing, and even your own shows. It's like you're getting. You can get some old people, but you can also get some new people to like come out to your shows. You know, like I think it's harder to get people that are in this generation to go see live music, and that's what you're doing. You're hey, come see this live music, and they happen to be like 18 through 35 or 40. You know what I mean? That's a hard demographic to pull, and so now you're that person that's pulling that. You know? And
yeah.
So,
Thanks.
You know, yeah, and it's funny. I think about I think about, oddly enough, Taylor Eigsty. He's an older gentleman,
right.
but he's pulling, like, when we did our European tour and it was jazz. I would say it was like a pretty younger crowd. You know, it was weird to see, but I think that's Europe as well. But anyway, yeah, future of music. That's what you are. You know what I mean? That's how you are. You know, you're carrying the torch. You are leading all the people. So that's what it is.
It's a nice thing to say.
Yeah,
well,
man.
I believe that about you too.
Thanks,
and
man.
I feel grateful. This is what I feel very grateful for. I feel grateful to be in this musical orbit that also consists of you and Haley and all the people we've talked about. I feel like I'm a part of something. I don't know what it is, but when I look back and I think about those times that I respect so much, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, there was something going on. Like, all these people ended up knowing each other. There's pictures of them together. And I'm not saying at all that we're on the same level of those people, but I'm just saying that,
I'll say
like,
it.
You
We
can,
are. No.
I feel so grateful to really be a part of something. I don't know what the something is, but I know I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
And you're a part of it, and all of these people, and it keeps me grateful. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me going. This is the best way I could sum that up. Sometimes, like, you have a dream about where you want to go in your life and those things, and then all of a sudden something happens and you're in the dream. I feel like I'm in the dream.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're there, and I'm great. I'm in the dream with you and with all these people, and that's the best way I can describe it, and I feel so grateful that this is my life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lately, I've been chasing dreams that just won't satisfy. The things I thought I wanted left me dry. Lately, I've been missing you when you're not by my side. Look at you, I'm so glad you're mine, yeah. Too much of a good thing just isn't true. I can never get enough of some peace of mind. The world without you can be so unkind. Baby, I don't understand how you can shine so bright. I wanna be beside you all the time, yeah. Too much of a good thing just isn't true. I can never get enough of. I can never get enough of. I can never get enough of. Never get enough, never get enough of you. Never get enough, never get enough of you, baby. Never get enough, never get enough. Too much of a good thing, baby, isn't true. Oh yeah, I can never get enough of, baby. I can never get enough. I can never get enough of, never get enough, never get enough of you. Never get enough, never get enough of you, baby. Never get enough, never get enough.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Great.
Good job.
Good job
Yes.
to you. There we go.
Definitely.